Hi there, I'm Trev. I'm the face behind Headphones Hi-Fi Reviews. You will also find me under headfi.org as Take an Idea, and I write for my website Subjective Reviews. I run a group on Facebook called Geek Central for all things geekiness. I have a passion for seeking the truth in audio gear, and I will give you my take just as I see it, even if it means unboxing live in front of you. Today I'm talking to you about an earphone that comes in under the $50 mark. This is an area I often overlook, so thank you to Better Audio US for giving me the opportunity to show you something more affordable than I usually do. I started my journey in reviewing audio quite a few years ago now. I never would have imagined that I would be reviewing in-ear monitors with multiple drivers that come in at under the magical $100 mark. And yet here we have not one but two multiple driver in-ear models that come in at not under $100, not under $50, I feel like a market trader now, under $40. The review model today is the CCA C10 Pro, which is a direct upgrade of the CCA C10, a review that I unboxed live in front of you little more than a year ago. I will give you an essence of what's different and whether the Pro is a good choice for the audio lover on a tight budget. CCA C10 Pro. If this is your first glimpse of it, I wonder what you think. And here we have the original model, the CCA C10. Compare that to the original model. It bears no comparison. They say that first impressions last, and I think CCA has shown some real flair in jazzing up the looks of the Pro. The original model looks a bit plain beside it, don't you think? The black and gold complements the white silver of the cable. It's sort of a disguise. It makes the C10 Pros look a lot more expensive than they really are. The driver shell has a greater volume and doesn't have the kink in it of the 10 model. The Pro feels more locked in, although neither feel like they are coming out anytime soon. Both models have detachable cables, again very admirable for the price. You can make either of these into a decent set of wireless earphones with a 2-pin Bluetooth cable if you want the luxury of something even more portable for your workouts. Going on to the cables, need I say more? CCA have put some much nicer looking and much more elegantly finished cable onto their Pro. The Y split is the same design but is opaque white. There is extra relief strain on the pin connectors. Notice also that the pin connectors are angled, making for an even better fit around the ears. The right angle jack connectors are almost identical, apart from a thicker, slightly more elegant looking C10 Pro finish. I have to say the colour scheme is working better on the silver cable. At least with the colour coding on the C10s you know where you stand, which one goes into which ear. There is nothing to tell you on the CCA Pros. It's a question of trial and error, which doesn't take long but is a mild irritation. As is the lack of chin slider or cinch on either model, as is the lack of case or cable tie for either model. But at these insanely low prices, we can forgive them surely. The cable is clearly another level to the CCA C10. But then, for only a $2 variance in retail price, $38 as opposed to $40, are the weaknesses in the looks and cable overcome by a better sounding earphone? After all, we should be spending more time listening to them than gazing adoringly at our earphones, shouldn't we? The CCA 10 Originals hold their own with a Pro in the sound quality department. In fact, I prefer the more laid-back presentation than the somewhat livelier sound of the Pro. The Pros are much easier to drive, needing 25% less volume than the CCA 10. The Pro is not harsh sounding, but you get the feeling that the C10 has a little more refinement in the sound. I wouldn't recommend the Pro for any extra amping. It will sound best at low volumes through your smartphones, digital audio players and laptops. I tried the Pro with an Audio Quest Dragonfly Cobalt, but achieved a less strident sound by just going through the headphone jack of my MacBook. Let me say, the sound quality for either at $38 or $40 is mind-blowing to me. I would recommend both of them without doubt. I never expected as full a sound for the money as they can do. There are no slouches in the bass department, and there is little to criticise in the rest of the presentation, just that the Pros are not quite as polished a sound as their older brothers. Younger ears may prefer the extra fraction of detail in their favourite tracks that the Pros bring. Us older folks out there may be sensing a very slight edge or peak to the Pro, but we are talking in outright terms here. Either one of these is a steal. Either pair would need a little case and an elastic band to make them last. If you get them, tell me what you think of them. Your views are just as important as mine. You are the consumer. I am the mere reviewer. It's been great having you with me. And if you like it and want more from me, then it's as easy as pushing like and subscribe. There will be a link in the days to come of a written review on my website and Headfi. And until then, take some time to kick back, and even if it's only for 10 minutes, close your eyes and concentrate on really enjoying your music, no matter what you choose to listen on. You'll thank me for it. Goodbye everyone. Link in the days to come of a written review on my website and Headfi. And until then, take some time to kick back, and even if it's only for 10 minutes, close your eyes and concentrate on really enjoying your music, no matter what you choose to listen on. You'll thank me for it. Goodbye everyone.